King of Life Wrestling Takes. Here to give you my latest on what's going on in the wrestling world. I know some of y'all want me to talk about Mr. Keith Lee. I will. I will address it, as you can see in the picture. So obviously, you know I'm going to talk about him. But I want to talk about everything that's happening today. As you can see the picture of who I'm about to start this whole little video on about. I'm going to talk about him. I'm going to talk about my feelings on Rampage tonight. And also I want to address, some of y'all probably know about it, but it's this black dude who covers wrestling. He is a part of the Forbes article he puts out. He's a comedian. His name is Alfred Konuwa or something like that. Something like that. Well, last week and this week, he's triggered a whole bunch of wrestling fans. And I look, some of the stuff he was talking about, I understand what he meant, but he didn't have to go, he didn't have to do all that. So I'm gonna address all that when I get to it. So those are the things that you're gonna be hearing in this video. I'm kind of thinking about doing my own little, what's the end out, so what's going on, because I've been covering this stuff for a minute. So I'm like, you know what, I gotta keep putting out that content, you know what I mean? So let's go ahead and let's break down what we get starting this whole video about. So as the news broke, why all those people from NXT got released. Everybody was thinking Triple H. I was like, I knew it wasn't Triple H that did it. I mean, didn't nobody have to put this article out for me to not know that. That was Vince McMahon and them from the get-go. Apparently, Vince McMahon, Nick Khan, John Laurinaitis, and Vince thought all those cats that were released, they had no potential and they was not interested. And now it's word coming out that Vince McMahon says that he really does not see Triple H doing what he asked of him to do. Let me tell y'all the bold-faced truth about all the stuff that's going on. At the end of the day, Triple H, his number one job was to get rid of AEW. That was the name of the game. Beat AEW in the ratings week in, week out, and he did not do so. So because of that, this is why every time you see certain cats come on to the main roster and they get buried right away. That is Vince McMahon punishing Triple H for not doing that. To me, it's stupid. It's dumb. But like I said, this is how Vince McMahon in the prison get down. That's why I say going to the E is not the end all to be all. It was back in the day, but not anymore. You know. And like I said, I look here. Like I said, I mean, like I really want to know what else is Triple H gonna do. It just feels like this is me. I personally feel like after this takeover, I think NXT shouldn't be on TV no more. I think it should go back to how it used to be on the network. Put it on Peacock app. If you want to keep up what's going on with the developmental folk, stay tuned on Peacock, because it's like, what's the point? What is the point? Like I said, I watched NXT and I was like, I can't review this show no more. I can't. It's like, what's the point? The cast that's on here ain't gonna go nowhere as much as you want them to, because Vince McMahon sees no potential in them, and it's a joke. Unless you got to be this big behemoth guy or behemoth girl in order for Vince to like you. I'm like, well, it shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't be the fact that the only way you get over is if you big and sexy. No, it shouldn't matter. This is the name of the game. In wrestling, you should be able to get over no matter your size, no matter your skin tone, no matter what. No matter if you big, short, you're a female, you're a male, it don't matter. That shouldn't be the end all to be all. But according to Vince, you got to be this big behemoth clown to get over. Triple H was trying to showcase that there's so much great talent across the world and all these independent promotions. I'm trying to bring them under here so that once we can start the so-called future that is supposed to be a WWE, but actuality, Triple H, it's like, what's the point? Because Vince don't care. Vince, he does not care. He has absolutely no desire to do what you want. And a lot of people was thinking like, man, maybe Triple H might take over when Vince is gone. Nope, it ain't gonna be Triple H. It is not. So, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So, tonight is Rampage, comes on right after SmackDown. I was wrong. I had thought Miro versus Fuego was going to be on Dynamite next week. That's tonight. So we got 3 championship matches tonight on Rampage. So, and the man said he gonna pull an upset. I don't know. The only one that's safe tonight is Britt. It's not even a question. You a fool if you think Red Velvet gonna win. Trust me, I love Red Velvet, but we already know she not winning. She is not winning. But which brings to me my next talking point. Let me go ahead and type in this young man's name right quick. Hold on, let me spell his name. Here he is, yes. Okay. Let's go ahead and talk about this young man right here. So, this young man has done triggered a whole bunch of cats in the wrestling community. He's put videos out. Like I said, he's a writer for Forbes. He's a beat writer for Forbes. He covers wrestling. He's a stand-up comedian. And back-to-back weeks, he's put out videos talking about AEW is nothing but all elite white people. And the reason why he said that is because he gets captivated by who is being presented in the main event scene or who's being pushed, regardless if it's the mid card or the tag team or whatever. And he's just captivated by the fact that it's only white folk. Well, it's a lot of people that didn't like the way how he said that, and me, y'all know me. Y'all know I always come on here. I'll be talking about that the one thing that AEW got to get right as we move on from year 2 to year 3. I talk about that. I've been speaking on stuff like this. I say that they got to get our talent right. And when I say get our talent right, I'm not talking about like what this fool talking about. Talking about put just automatically everybody black got to win championships right away. No, that's not the name of the game. The name of the game for me is when you present our talent, present us, allow us to get victories on Dynamite or Rampage. Because a lot of people don't watch Dark or Elevation. We might be getting victories on Dark and Elevation, but that don't mean nothing. You got to showcase us that we can go just like everybody else can go. And like I said, I don't need us to be automatically winning title shots. Like, you could have pushed Red a whole different way if you wanted to. If they wanted to, Red could have been getting very good wins each and every week on Dynamite leading up to this matchup that we get ready to have tonight. Now, I'm excited for it because I know Britt is winning, but I want to see the two of them go hard because look here. Yes, on Dynamite on Wednesday night, who was everybody talking about from that opening match? They were talking about that young man Dante. But we all knew Dante was going to take the L. Every single one of us. We knew that. But my deal is I want to see them be showcased getting prominent wins on the show, not titles, not being thirsting to the title, because to me, then that's going to automatically become an agenda, and then we go in the WWE route because see, what he gets caught up in so many other black wrestling fans and over in WWE land, they get caught up on the fact that we're in the titles scene picture, we got titles and all that. That don't mean nothing. How the heck are you being presented? How the heck are you being presented? Are you being presented like Roman Reigns? Are you being presented like in a caliber like that? Or are you being presented just like a straight up joke? Look at Apollo Crews. Look at Bobby Lashley. Look at Bianca. Now, they might be on TV. They might be getting their shine on. But it's not in a white way how it should be, if you get my drift. This fool he went on Jobber Tears show, and I listened to what he had to say. And he had some decent points, but he was overlooking, just because we own the show, just because we there in WWE land, just because we got titles, that don't mean a goddamn thing. We still shucking and jiving. We still acting a complete buffoon. We buck dancing. We, cooning and all that crazy stuff. It's a shame, man. It really is, and what does it do? It causes everybody to get, everybody start tripping. You got white folk be tripping, and you got everybody be going nuts. Everybody be triggered. It's like everybody get triggered so quickly. And I'm like, it's crazy. It's some fool even decided to start their own all elite white people Twitter page. Thanks to him. Thanks to this dude right here, man. I'm like, bro, I was like, come on, man. Come on, man. Like I said, and I heard he talked about the reason why we allowed WWE to wait 60 plus years before they finally did the right thing is because we started to say something. I'm like this, just because WWE did that don't mean they still stuck in their old ways. I say this all the time. This man one of the biggest white supremacists on the planet. He is. That's how he get down. Just because he got black folk on his product don't mean nothing. Just because he got Hispanic and Asian or what, it don't mean a goddamn thing. It doesn't mean anything, you know. But he did this and he got a hashtag AEW down in white and all this. I mean, just silly, you know. It's a huge triggering thing because he triggered everybody. He got everybody taking shots and making videos. And like I said, I listened to him. He had some good points. And the ones who run Jobber Tears, sorry, y'all. The ones who had did Jobber Tears, a lot of them had some decent points. Like I said, for me, this is me. Make it genuine. Build this up right. Make it genuine. Somewhere down the line, yeah, we'll win them. But just make it genuine. Don't be just trigger happy because you heard some clown like that hop online and make a video about it. No, that's not how it works. Cause I don't want that. I don't want that. You know, that's not how I'm serious. That's one of the major reasons what turned me off about WWE is because when I see the cats that look like me on there and they shucking and jiving all day long, I'm like, I don't want to see that. You know, then you present somebody like Bobby Lashley who's not shucking and jiving, but this title reign has been trash. The Hurt Business was going somewhere, but when they broke the Hurt Business up, I already knew. I said, "Oh, this title reign is over. This title reign is done. It's over, man." So you know, that's that, man. You know, about that Alfred stuff. You know, he is his own dude. That's how he see it, and I get it. You want to see the cast that look like you presented right. I 100% agree with him on there, but I disagree when he started talking all that foolishness, talking about all elite white folk, and he focused on just the white cats that's being pushed at the top. I'm like, listen to somebody like me. I actually don't have a problem with that because you want to know why? Maybe the cats that look like me aren't ready to be in that position. Maybe they still need work. Maybe cats like Jade need work. Maybe cats like Big Show and Elite still need work. Maybe cats like Sean Dean need work. Maybe cats like Private Party need work. Maybe cats like Dante and Darius or The Acclaim or Red Velvet or Sussex or Sonny Kid or whatever still need work to perpetuate it to be presented into that picture. I understand that's what AEW Dark and Elevation are for. But on the same token, make sure these cats who I mentioned get prominent victories on Dynamite and Rampage. So when the time comes, you're gonna be like, I'm getting behind this cat, not because of what he looked like. I'm getting behind him because I genuinely get behind his character, or I genuinely get behind her character. You understand what I'm saying? That's all I ask. Like I said, I get why the man did what he did. I understand it because I've been one of the main ones talking about this. But I didn't go the route that he went. He went completely on off the wall on some straight goofy stuff and it caused a whole lot of people to get caught up. It really did. It caused a whole lot of people to make videos on the situation. People have been tweeting about it. Some people think it's funny. They love it. They behind them and everything. And if you think that way, fine, by all means, you know. But anyway, I'm about to move on because now I want to talk about my whole take on Mr. Lee because I know a lot of people been wondering like, yo, man, you been kind of quiet. You ain't said nothing about Lee. You ain't said nothing about the man because I know I was one of the main ones. I was one of the main dudes that was talking about this young man got buried in WWE. I said it. I said the moment he was coming up because I seen the handwriting on the wall. But let's talk about why he was on a hiatus. So this young man, Keith Lee, dropped a video explaining why he was gone for 7 months. There was a lot of speculation of why he was off TV because Vince McMahon saw nothing in him. Remember, word got out that he sent him back down to the Performance Center because he felt that he didn't know how to wrestle. All that. You know, all this stuff came to be, all that stuff. Then the whole situation when Mia Young came down with COVID or something like that. And Keith Lee was supposed to be at, what pay-per-view was that? It was the pay-per-view before WrestleMania. It was the one. It was the one before WrestleMania. It was what was it? Elimination Chamber. He was supposed to be in the triple threat. He was supposed to be in the triple threat for the U.S. title. That was it. Well, he didn't show. And from that point on, we didn't see Keith at all. So many people was blaming Mia Yim. I never said nothing about Mia Yim. I don't know where. Like I said, if anybody listen to me right now, if anybody said something about Mia Yim being the reason why Keith Lee was off TV, Y'all can all the way kick rocks. Y'all is wrong with two left shoes. Why the heck you gonna blame his fiance for the situation that he went through? You know, Keith Lee came down with a severe COVID reaction. He was hit with it. His heart, they said his heart was enlarged and the man was on his deathbed. Keith Lee was going through. This is my thing right now. Vince McMahon, when you came back on TV, you should have been booking him even better. But still, it's a twofold situation on Keith Lee's situation. Keith Lee is the full package that you want. He's a big dude, he got charisma, and he can wrestle. But you still decided to bury him even when he was still on TV. So it's a slippery slope. So I'm not finna sit up here and sugarcoat, what I said before. But with him and his health, that is the number that listen, by all means, I'm so thankful that he pulled through. I am thankful. I'm glad my brother pulled through because we could have been seeing some devastating say R.I.P. Lee. Ain't nobody trying to see that. Ain't nobody trying to see it. So many of us want to see this dude do great. I don't care what company he works for. He can stay in the WWE. I want him to be pushed right. That's all that matters to me. I just want this young man to not get buried like he's been getting buried. I want to see him pushed to the top. So now that he's back, if he's staying with the E, Vince, you got one thing you need to do. Get this man in the right position where he's supposed to be. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about this situation right now. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. My man was going through, like I said, and so many of us were so captivated by the fact that, Vince told him to go back down to the PC. He ain't on TV. So we thinking like, oh, Vince don't want to use him. Then this news come out about my man being sick. I'm like, bro, listen, thank God that his health, he's 100% back. He's 100% well. That's all that matters to us. He's back and he's 100% well. But like I said, the fools that was blaming Mia Yim, y'all all the way wrong. It's two left shoes. Can't nobody say I ever said anything about Mia Yim. I was blaming Vince on everything. Vince is the reason. But now the COVID stuff came out the woodwork. Now we can say, okay, so maybe Vince was keeping him off TV because he wasn't doing well. But now that he came back, let's start building him up right. That's if he want to stay, if he want to stick around. If he don't want to stick around, you know where to come. Because then you can shut up cats like Alfred, who over here crying about AEW don't push black folk. So it is what it is, man. But like I said, that's my whole take on the Keith Lee situation. I'm so grateful that my dude is doing great. I'm so grateful that he's doing well, man. Keith, keep it up, bro. Like I said, man, I'm gonna be praying for you, me, and Young. That if y'all decide to stay in the eat, that Vince wake up and push the mess out of y'all. That's all I gotta say, But that's my little 2 cents on the whole thing, man. Because I know a lot of people was wondering how I was very silent on the situation. I wanted to sit down. I wanted to do a whole video. I wasn't going to tweet nothing about it until I sat down, gave you my honest opinion, my honest thoughts on the whole situation about everything I talked about. Right here, I just wanted to finish it up with this. My man Keith Lee. Hey, keep it up, bro. We hoping for the best for you, man. We hoping for the best for me and Young. This your boy, KCFL King Set for Life. You're going to hear me tonight. I'm coming back with my Rampage review. Not doing a SmackDown review, but I am coming back. I might mention something about it because I'm debating on if I'm going to watch SmackDown. I might watch it. If I watch it, I might talk a little bit about it in the Rampage review. But expect the review tonight. I'm coming back right after the show. You already know this your boy, KCFL King Set for Life. I'm gone. I'll let you boy.